Welcome on this glorious and amazing day and yet challenging week for the whole entire globe. For the talk of town, the talk of the globe is coronavirus, coronavirus, coronavirus. Everything people are telling you, I will not repeat any of it. I'm just going to share with you my little perspective. My perspective is that when it gets dark and when it's hard to see and when it's a challenge, we need to take care of that. Yet simultaneously, that is the only time that one can see and notice the bright stars. This came to me so naturally within the last day or two, where I went, wow, I just can't get over this. This is just amazing. And it was hard to feel good, to enjoy those beautiful stars that I've noticed that I want to share with you, because there is pain beyond expression. There's confusion. People do not know what will be. People cannot plan. Weddings are falling apart. Some people are dying. People are quarantined. Families, I don't have to tell you, we know it all. But I want to focus for a few minutes just what are the bright stars in this great darkness? There's one thing that I have learned. Two things, that I have learned from the coronavirus. One, it's freaking unconditional. If a 1-day-old baby touches it, it's going to attack. If a 9-year-old person touches it, it will attack. There's no differences of age. There's no differences of race, of religion, ideology, nothing. You're a human, I will come to attack your lungs. And that is the lesson that I learned, what means unconditional love. If you are a human, and as of today, the count was 7,770,000,000, we're all one. We all came from one creator. We all have, each and every one has our unique purpose, but we're all one, and we're all human, and we all created in the Lord's image. When people start putting, because of religious reasons, or because they were brainwashed, whatever, oh, these people, that people, the rich, the poor, the educated, the uneducated. Ladies and gentlemen, I know this is a hard time for all of us, but why don't we go to the virus and at least learn a lesson from it, so there's some bright star within the darkness. There's some positivity. The virus will attack you regardless. They don't care of your wealth, they don't care of your status, they don't care who you are. And I think that is the same way we should treat the world around us, is we are all humans. And if you are one in the family, we're here for you. We are all one. We have this unconditional love. Our fingers never get into a fight with the legs and say, who are you anyways? Who do you think you are? Did you ever use the phone to get where you want? Did you ever use the GPS? Did you ever use the computer? It's my fingers that do it. So I don't even know if I could talk to you. The legs never turned around to the fingers and say, hey, if not for me, I couldn't take you to the place you wanted to go to use a computer, or take you to a place you wanted to be. Why don't these individual limbs fight with each other? Why don't the 37.2 trillion cells of the average body fight with each other? We have a number. We have an identity. The cells have a number. The limbs have an identity. It's called the liver. It's called lungs, heart, legs, fingers. But they're all part of one. They're all one. The fingers will never get into a fight with the leg, and so on and so forth. Do we call them a leg and a finger? Yes, of course we have identical names, and we're not going to lie and say a finger's a leg and a leg's a finger, the way today's society is trying to say a male's a female and a female's a male. Let's say the finger's a finger, the leg is a leg, the heart is a heart. They all have their specific purpose within the body, but yet they are all one. You have one social number, you have one telephone number, you have one name or 30 names to one person, but it's one identity. We, as human species, are one. We have 7.770 billion, but we're really one. And that's what the coronavirus teaches us. Lesson number 2, it's contagious. Boy, is it contagious. It doesn't seem it's contagious. If someone that has the virus and has fluid and touches the table has it now. Depending on what scientist, it lasts on the surface between 2 to 3 days. Anyone else touches that surface and then they touch their mouth or their eyes, they will contract that virus. They will receive that virus. The virus now is in them. Will you notice it? No. Not for 2 weeks. Now I heard a scientist talk about 24 days. You won't know about it for 2 or 3 weeks. Yet it will eventually come out. Good deeds are not just good deeds. When you smile to one person and you say good morning, or you hold a door for someone, or you do a random act of kindness, it's not just one deed. To me, it's like not only contagious, it's planting a seed in the ground. It's not just I planted a seed in the ground. No, you created a tree that will produce thousands of apples. You produce now a situation where there'll be tens of thousands of acts of kindness, because it's like the coronavirus. It is contagious. One person touches the next person, and then the next person. Consciously or subconsciously, the one that has received a good feeling through a smile or through a good deed, as I said, it might be conscious or subconscious, they will do it. I don't know if they'll do it today, tomorrow, and a month from now. Just like the coronavirus doesn't pop up within a second. It will come along within the next 2 or 3 weeks, but it will come there. Good deeds happen that way too. And that's a phenomenal lesson. Not only is it contagious in your village, in your city, in your community, or the people that think alike like you, it's contagious to the whole entire world. It's going from continent to continent. People do fly from continent to continent. Let me just conclude with a beautiful story that I've just seen with my own eyes. It wasn't on social media or on the news, which I could or could not believe. I've seen it. It was just 2 days ago, in the holiday of Purim, where people go and give gifts. They give. And it's one of the most beautiful holidays, because everyone is the happiest more than any other holiday, even Hanukkah, when you receive. Because giving is unbelievable. It's a good feeling, the preparation and the weeks. So I watched this beautiful scene as this Jew was leaving an apartment building after he delivered, I guess, a gift called Mishloach Manah. And as he's about to walk out from the inner door, because the apartment buildings have 2 doors, he noticed a family of African Americans walk towards the apartment building. Let's say his name is Sam. So he held the door and he waited for this family to come in the first door. And now he was happy to hold open the second door, the inner door, for this family to walk in. And I looked and I said, that's kind, that's nice, but the story doesn't end there. One person walks through, 2, 3, and then the fourth one looked like a 13-year-old boy, hesitates and stops and goes back a little bit and holds the front door, the outer door of the apartment building, and smiles to Sam and motions to him that he wants him to go through. He wants to hold the door for him. Sam, holding the door that always gets locked, says, hey, if I come to your door, you're going to get locked, so you might as well come in. And they started having a beautiful dialogue or argument. And the kid smiled, and I'm just watching. I said, how is this going to unravel? What's going to happen here? And suddenly a family member that was already in the apartment building noticed what's going on, came to the door that Sam was holding, the inner door of the apartment building, and says, I'll hold it so you can walk through. And Sam just walked through, smiled, and said thank you to this young, wonderful gentleman. And like my brain always does, always analyzes, and I was thinking, and I said to myself, and I don't know the answer, but one thing, there's a part of me that says maybe. Would this kid hold a door open just because someone's trying to walk through? Maybe yes, maybe no. But one thing, to me, what it looked like, it was contagious. He noticed someone holding open the door for family members, and you could see the way he didn't prepare himself to actually hold the door. He was walking in and sort of walked back for a second to hold the door, and it sort of hit him. In front of my eyes, I've just seen it 2 days ago. This child saw someone else hold a door, so this contagious thing happened immediately, right away. Most times it doesn't happen right away. But the person's heart walks away with a good feeling. And when they walk away from a good feeling, that good feeling pours over. People that have a lot of good feelings in them, they usually keep on expressing it to others, and yet to others, and yet to others. There's so much pain, anti-Semitism, hatred, wars. All governments should continue doing what they need to do. But me as an individual, you as an individual, that's not the big arena of politics and decision making. You could make a very powerful decision. You could control the world. Because that little virus that might have started from one person is now controlling the entire world. There was one madman called Hitler that he had his personal, emotional, and mental issues. And that one person was a direct cause of about 60 million people, civilians and soldiers from the globe to die. It's contagious. And if negativity can be contagious and is contagious, positivity so much more. You are good by default. You are kind. You are generous. You are good. Let's now bring it out in that one moment, that one seed, that one hello, that one smile, that one hug, because it will not be one deed. It will be tens and thousands of deeds because it is contagious. Your kindness, your generosity, your giving, your love, your admiration, your positivity, your overflowing kindness and beautiful heart is contagious. Thank you so much. I love you all. We will get through this. Because when the night is here, we know what comes next. There's less fear by the day. Because when everything is light and beautiful, you know soon night is going to come. You don't know how you're going to react. Could you see? Could you not see? Will there be lights? Will there not be lights? But now that it's dark, and now that the world is going through a very challenging time, extremely challenging, we know the sun will rise sooner than later. Thanks for listening.